guys, next story up is let's talk about this strange phenomenon that has happened recently where the blogs rush to report someone dead. Whether or not it's true is one thing, but the fact that they rush to be the first person or the first news outlet to report that someone is dead, even before the family has reported it. Now, we have this issue that came up back just recently when Regina King's son had committed suicide. Before Regina King's camp, before her people could even come out and say what happened, blogger B. Scott posted it as an exclusive, which in and of itself is of poor taste because, you know, just the fact that you're saying, look, we got the story first. Look, we don't nobody else know about this. Okay, let me let you in on a secret. Regina King's son killed himself. Okay, it's just very callous for that person, Regina King, her family. Some of her family might not have even known it. You know, she may have just found out, hadn't even expressed it to everybody, and now you're expressing it to the whole world. So B. Scott actually got some flack about that, you know. And I understand that many of the news outlets, even if it's a blogger or if it is like an official media news outlet, you know, to be able to break a story is big. But when it comes to the death of somebody, it's just sort of like, why exactly are you in this big of a hurry to, you know, rush to say that somebody has died? And we've seen it happen. Remember TMZ, that big mess that they were saying when they were saying that Lil Wayne had died, and Lil Wayne is still kicking today. I just saw him at the All-Star game a couple of days ago, you know? So it's sort of like, yeah, maybe. And nobody is saying that this shit probably can be very touch and go. There may have been some moments where they felt like they was about to lose you, but like I'm saying, it's just not the best to report that somebody's died, whether or not it's true. Let the family do that. So we just had that recently happen with Regina King's son. Okay, well, now here we go again. Jason Lee from Hollywood Unlocked posted the other day, exclusive, Queen of England is dead. Okay. And I was like, I hadn't heard it. I mean, I just so happened to have CNN on that day and hadn't heard them talk about it at all. So it was just sort of like, I mean, the Queen of England is somebody totally different. I mean, if she was dead, I would imagine that Hollywood Unlocked wouldn't be the first to get the story, you know? So I just waited. People started inboxing me, sending me all these things. Is this true? Do you know anything about the first of all? I don't know anything about the fucking Queen of England. I don't know if it's true. I'm in College Park, Georgia. Shit, you know? So I was just sort of like, I don't know if it's true. I said, but none of the reputable news outlets have said that it's true. So I would imagine that, no, it's probably not true. Okay. But I kept my eye on it because I was trying to see if eventually the royal family was going to come out and say that she had died. We know a couple of weeks ago that Prince Charles contracted coronavirus, and people were concerned because how old is the queen? Is she 94 years old? I know she's around there somewhere. Okay. He had been around his mother quite a bit, you know, so when he got coronavirus, then they were concerned. So they immediately quarantined him, and quarantined, you know, the queen and took her out of circulation because they said that now that the queen has started to get out more and started to be around the people more, they started to loosen up a little bit. You know, like I told you, this mask mandate is not as serious as they have been. So she was getting out and she was meeting with the people more and being out there more. I think she's about to come up on her 95th birthday. I think it's this year, you know, so they are celebrating that. So she's kind of making herself be more seen. And then, you know, Prince Charles gets sick. So a few days after that, she did come down with coronavirus. So they immediately, like I said, you know, they reported that she did have it, that she had mild symptoms, like as if she had a cold, but the lady is 95, she's almost a fucking 100 years old, you know? So of course you would be very concerned about someone that old getting the virus. But they said that she's been doing okay. But then I think they started to cancel her upcoming dates, which really kind of makes sense because, like I said, this woman is 94, 95 years old. Like, she don't, even if she does recover from coronavirus, she don't need to be out there like that. Okay. People, it takes a toll on your immune system. So we don't need her to be out there. So let's cancel this shit. And I don't know how Jason Lee or his people came to be with this knowledge, but that's when they reported that she had died. And he doubled down, tripled down on it, said that his blog does not post lies and that he trusts his source. Okay. So a lot of people came down on him because now we're talking about the Queen of England and, you know, the royal family. And that, from what I understand, them people over there in England do not play about their queen. Okay. So he got a lot of flack for it. He stayed on it. But then I was reading up, trying to look up on this story. 20 hours ago, he had still left the post up. But then I saw a 3 hour ago post that said that he did take down the post that she was dead. Evidently, the royal family has been performing their royal family duties like normal. Nobody has looked like they are in mourning. People have been out and about, you know, and happy. And so that was one thing. Then they said that the Queen did have her regular weekly meeting with the Prime Minister out there. So they have talked to her on the phone. She is alive. And Jason Lee did remove the post. Okay. He still left the tweets up, evidently, where he's saying that he, you know, his website doesn't post lies and that he got it from a good source and all that. But he took down that very offensive Hollywood Unlocked Instagram post where he is saying that the Queen of England is dead. So she's not dead. They haven't seen her, but I don't think that that's out of the norm because, like I said, they kept her tucked. I mean, the lady's sick. And ain't nobody saying that she's not sick. We just saying she ain't dead. Okay. So, yeah. But it really is a strange thing when they really rush, you know, to report that a person is dead. It's just so callous because it's just like, are you going to take into consideration that these people have family and friends that don't even know about it? Who wants to open up their fucking blog, you know, their Instagram, you know, just be scrolling. Oh, that's cute what she got on. Oh, girl, them two are together, you know, and then come up and see that somebody that you know dearly has died. You don't even know, you know, it's just, It's not cool. So hopefully the blogs, I don't know, you guys, it's tough. It's a tough field that we in, you know, because if you have any kind of empathy or sympathy for things, you know, people like mess is what I'll say. So it's hard to be a blogger that has integrity. It's not hard. But when you're a blogger that has integrity, sometimes you don't be up on the stories right away because you are trying to give the people that are involved in these scandalous type or these sad stories, these tragic stories, you're trying to give them some time to get it together. And in the meantime, all these other blogs, everybody else posting all of this shit. And here you are trying to just, you know, it's a tough place to be, you know, because scandal always seems to be what everybody wants to read about. Scandal and tragedy and bad and mean and awful and all of that, you know. But it's just not cool. It's such a weird thing to me that people be in such a hurry. But I guess everybody wants to be the one to bear the bad news, huh? But yeah, as far as we all know, including the royal family, the Queen is not dead. Guys, so next story up. So congratulations are in order to DaBrat. Well, I can't get my words together. DaBrat and her now wife, Big Booty Judy, okay, or Jessica Dupart. Is that what her last name is? What is DaBrat's real name? I feel like I knew it at one time. I ain't got time to look it up, you guys. But those two did tie the knot, become wife and wife on February 26th, I'm sorry, February 22nd, 2022, which would be 2/22/22. I know all of my ones out there who love their numbers. Okay, they say that the vibrations, which y'all tell me is the vibrations is extremely high on 2/22/22. We had to hold on to them vibrations, y'all. Make sure we got to this wedding before the day ended. So actually, they say that there were plenty of weddings on 2/22/22, that this won't ever happen again for however many hundreds of years. You know, child, whatever. So it was important that they got that done on that day. So congratulations to the couple. We did see pictures. People Magazine posted the exclusive pictures that came out yesterday afternoon, evening-ish. And then once People Magazine posted, then everybody else that I knew, or that I followed, I should say, on Instagram, they started posting their pictures of them being at the wedding as well. So we were able to see it. Jessica, she looked very, very pretty. You know, she's very super shapely, and, you know, she's lost actually quite a bit of weight because she had picked up quite a bit of weight. And she lost a lot of weight. Her dress was very pretty. It just seemed like it was, she's so short that it seemed like that dress would have really come alive on somebody that was taller. But yet and still, I thought the dress was very pretty. It had a very high slit all the way up to the waist. I was like, ooh, honey, Ruby would have been side-eyeing that split. She did not believe in a split that came up higher than half of your thigh. Okay, that shit was all the way up to her waist. And then DaBrat wore a tuxedo style top dress. So the top was like a tuxedo, and the bottom, the tuxedo jacket came all the way down to probably mid-thigh. And then from then on, the bottom, it was a bunch of material, you know, it was white, and it was like a dress. Okay, so it had a lot of ruffles, and a huge long train. Judy had a huge long train, child. They just looked like a big old pile of white material up there. But they actually looked nice. They looked nice. They looked happy. DaBrat, in the suit, it was much more tailored, so you could see her shape more. And then afterwards, they changed for the reception, and DaBrat had on like this very curly, short wig, and a white suit that was just, I was just like, girl, no, that was not it. I don't really know why DaBrat chooses to wear her clothes so big. She is not as big as the clothes that she wears. It almost feels like she pads her clothes, like puts her, because maybe she doesn't want us to really see what her true shape is. I'm not saying she's skinny, but she's definitely not as big. It just seems like she be having on a whole bunch of fucking clothes, you know, and that white suit just, she, you know, it made her look a lot bigger than I think that she really is. But you know what? It don't really matter, you guys. They look very happy. I don't watch them. I don't watch their show. I watched the very first episode just because I just kind of wanted to get an idea of what it was. If it's something I thought I wanted to watch, it wasn't anything I decided that I wanted to watch. However, they seem like they're very happy. And I think that is cool that DaBrat is living her life out loud. You know, she was in the closet, even though I thought everybody realized that she was gay, but you know, it wasn't her job to be letting the whole world know, you know, what she was. But the fact that she and Jessica were so much in love, and, you know, she really wanted to be able to live her life and not have to be hiding anymore, you know, or whatever she was doing, you know, she came out and they seem to be happy. I mean, listen, if they like it, I love it. Rocky love. I want all motherfuckers to be in love, you know, they ain't hurt nobody, and good for them. So they look like they had this huge wedding. The colors were pink, like a hot pink and eggplant. And Lisa Ray was there. Actually, Lisa Ray was in the wedding, okay? And she actually had on the eggplant colored dress. It was like, man, we ain't seen Lisa Ray outside of her white in I don't know how long. But yeah, she was in the wedding. She looked very happy. Somebody told me that Lisa and DaBrat had made up on one of the episodes of their show, you know, because there was some tension there because Lisa Ray, you know, just railroads DaBrat. And you could tell that DaBrat really has like extreme respect for her and kind of looks at her almost like a mother figure. So, but she was there. I saw a video of Lisa Ray, Ricky Smiley, Portia, and Shamia, singing at the reception, it looked like. And I saw pictures of Candy there with, all the different people. And if you follow Super Sen, she posted her pictures. So it was like a lot of people posted pictures, a lot of people there celebrating in their love. Candy looked very good. Side note, I was like, Candy, you better do it, girl. That body be right. But anyway, yeah, congratulations to the happy couple. They seem to be happy. I know Jessica is pregnant right now, so they have a lot of big things happening in their relationship too. So, good for them. Did you guys see the pictures? Love wins. Next story up, you guys. This Wendy Williams debacle. Now, we've already been talking about this plenty of times. The rumor was that Sherri Shepherd was going to get her own show because Wendy Williams was too ill to come back to the show. Wendy Williams hasn't been on the show since the show came off of their break, and they were supposed to start for the fall for their newest season. And she did not come back. She caught coronavirus at the time, and from then on, she has not been there. We haven't really seen Wendy Williams. There were rumors rampant flying around saying all kind of things, that she was wheelchair bound, couldn't talk, all the way up to she's okay, she's just trying to recover. So we had all kind of craziness, rumors going around. Nobody knew what to believe. We hadn't really seen her. Then a couple of weeks ago, Wells Fargo was like, okay, we about to put a hold on this money because we don't know who's calling the shots over there. And then and only then, when we started talking about holding up somebody's money, did we finally see Wendy Williams. She came out, made a video. Her son posted her, walking on the beach, and her kind of rambling, but still talking, obviously, still walking, and not looking bad, saying that she wants to actually get on back to the Wendy Williams show, and get on down to New York. Okay, we be so old. We say shit like get on down and jamming and stuff. But anyway, so she obviously was not wheelchair bound, obviously still has her faculties, it was just a couple of minutes on the video, so nobody really knows if she might be suffering from the early stages of dementia, whatever, okay? But Sherri Shepherd finally came onto her show, onto Wendy Williams' show the other day, and said she can finally say it, that it's been confirmed that the production company that puts out Wendy Williams, they're now announcing that the show will end in June. The Wendy Williams show will end in June. And that come September, it will be Sherri's show called Sherri. That was it, and Sherri Shepherd, she got up there, she said she can confirm that this is really what's happening, and she went on to give her testimony about how she pitched the show many, many years ago, and the answer was no. But now, what did I tell you guys about what happened with Keisha Lance Bottoms? Sometimes God don't say, he ain't telling you no, he just saying not right now. Okay, girl, you're not ready. Something better gonna come along later on down the line, okay? You're gonna be more established, you're gonna be more ready, It could be many reasons why God doesn't give you something then, but he's giving it to you now. So in retrospect, hindsight is 2020. You can look back and be like, damn, okay, God wasn't telling me no. You might have had an attitude with God and all that, questioning him, wondering why he's doing that, but now you get your answer 15 years later or whatever. So she was crying and all, and I was just sort of like, okay, Sherri. Nobody is saying that she doesn't have the right to be happy, because good for her. She's been grinding, working hard, but it's just sort of like, you still kind of took this woman's show, so it's just sort of like, she was very graceful and said she gave it up to Wendy Williams, and all of that, but still it was just like, girl, you crying over Wendy's misfortune? Maybe it wasn't like that. I just kind of saw it that way a little bit, like, girl, at least don't cry about it, Because the sad part about it is, even though it's good for Sherri, it's bad for Wendy. Like, she doesn't even get to go out on her own terms. I almost feel like she's being ousted. Now, the production company is saying, no, that's not what it is. We have begged her to get on the Wendy Williams social media, the official social media, and talk to her fans, talk to her viewers. They were willing to give her the space to try to recover, but she would not do it. She would not address her fans. And so that put all of this question out there, and people started to wonder, like, is she okay? So really, the production company is kind of in between a rock and a hard place, because it's sort of like, what do you want us to do? You not talking to the people, and we trying to carry this show on, the Wendy Williams show. You ain't been on here 5-6 months. You know, we got all of these guest hosts coming on here, and, you know, it's rumors flying everywhere. Like, we can only do so much. You have to do something. Wendy Williams wouldn't cooperate. They said that Wendy Williams did not trust the team, the production team, and I guess now her cast, her crew, she was not trusting them, so she wouldn't do it. But they were upset because she ended up creating her own social media, personal social media, and started posting stuff there. I don't even know what that is. I haven't seen it, but I guess they're talking about this video that she posted with the son. So yeah, some bad blood between the two of them. And, you know, that's why she hadn't. But right after Sherri Shepherd had had come on the show and said that she had her own show, then Wendy Williams' lawyer, supposed her lawyer that I guess we've been thinking was her lawyer, he comes out and he puts out a kind of like a, yeah, well, thank you. You know, I loved it. It was a great time. But now Sherri has the job kind of post, like, okay, like as if she was stepping aside, like, okay, yes, I had a great time at Wendy Williams and now I'm moving on. And then Wendy Williams comes out on her personal social media and said, I did not tell you to post that. I did not what is the word? I didn't approve the comment, basically. Like, she didn't tell him to say that. So then I was like, well, see, this is exactly why Wells Fargo is like, we don't know who the fuck is calling the shots over there, because now this is your lawyer that everybody has known is to be your lawyer that is graciously letting Sherri, you know, take over the reins. And now here goes Wendy Williams saying that she didn't even tell her lawyer to say that. You know, so there is some confusion over there, and there is some people that might be talking out of turn, and there may be, you know, Wendy Williams might not be cooperating, and maybe there, you know, maybe there is something that needs to be addressed over there. I'm not saying that Wells Fargo should be having access to her money or tying up her money like that, but the fact that her own lawyer put out a statement that she did not approve, is something wrong. There's something wrong there. So, yeah, you guys, and it kind of sucks, you know, because now we have all these people putting out like, oh yeah, Wendy, you know, it's great working for you, you know, now I'm moving on with Sherri, you know, and Sherri's my new leader, and it's just sort of like, damn, and Wendy still hasn't said anything, you know. Now, she seems to be the fighter type, but I don't know how much of a fighter she is without her husband. Her husband seemed to be the fighter type. She's no longer married to him. There is rumors that he's back in her circulation, back in her circle. And I don't know how true that is, but I know it probably is painful for him to at least have to sit around and see that this is how her legacy ends. You know, like, he was the one that fought for her, and he was crazy, yes, but a lot of people didn't run over Wendy because of him, you know. And now it's just sort of like all healed and broke loose. Like, is it wrong for us to be like, hey, Kev, you think you can come on back over here and try to straighten some shit up for her? You know, so I don't know. Maybe she'll fight this. There's really nothing you can do if the company said we ain't doing this no more. You're not under contract anymore. What can she do? But it's still very sad to me that this is how she's going out. Like, this is the end of her legacy. We all know that Wendy Williams has changed the game for bloggers, vloggers, you know, radio, all of that. She was the one that got this kind of thing that even I do. The reason why we do this is, she was the one that started this, pioneered this kind of thing. So you have to give it up to Wendy Williams. I know a lot of people are saying that, you know, podcast is the way of the world right now. Maybe that's what she can do, you know, and maybe she can. Okay. They giving out millions of dollar contracts for these podcasts, for these big names. And if she is healthy, you know, maybe that might be the way for her to go, you know, but still, I wish that she could have had one last season so she can just end it the way that she wanted to end it instead of just being like this. So, but the number one thing is for Wendy to feel better, to get better. And if she has to do that off the camera, then so be it. So, but yeah, you guys. So I guess this is sort of like a congratulations and a, oh, that's too bad all in one. Congratulations to Sherri, but yeah, Wendy Williams, that's too bad. Lastly, you guys, congratulations are in order to Odell Beckham Jr. Okay, new Super Bowl winner, I should say, Odell Beckham Jr. and his girlfriend Lauren Wood. They have welcomed their first child together. The baby's name is Zyden, from what I can understand. It's Z-Y-D-N. Ain't no vowels in there. And I guess sometimes Y is a vowel. So I believe it's Zyden. They haven't said if it's a boy or girl. And because that name is very unfamiliar, we don't even know if that's a boy or a girl's name. I think they did that on purpose, you know, like just we told you the name. Y'all don't need to know what the sex of the baby is. Oh, child, I'm lying. Look, I'm reading on the article right here. It's a baby boy. I know y'all was like, Roxanne, they did say it's a boy. Child, I ain't read down for, because I've been looking at the blogs, and the blogs just been saying they welcomed their first child, Zyden. It's just sort of like, what is it? It's a boy. Okay, well, on this article that I'm reading, I think this is Sports Illustrated, it says a baby boy named Zyden arrived just 4 days after the Super Bowl winner took home the Lombardi trophy. So I think that this has probably been one of the best weeks of his life. He posted a long post about, you know, him winning the Super Bowl and him winning the, you know, winning as a dad, I should say. This is their first child together. Good for him. We know he's still trying to recover from his injury from the Super Bowl and all of that, but all in all, probably a stellar week, probably one of the best weeks of his life. So congratulations to the baby. We don't know how much the little boy weighed, but from what we understand, he is a healthy, bouncing baby boy. Okay, congratulations to the happy couple and the new addition, little Zyden. That is it. Let me get on off of here, get on to work, okay? We do this every single week, so make sure that you rate, comment, and subscribe, and make sure you come back. Until next time, rock stars. Bye.